I'm Desda Zuckerman. Welcome to my podcast, The World of Sacred Healing, where we learn about and discuss the magic and the mystery of the spiritual life and the deep healing of the soul. In every life, there are these moments when amazing and incredible things happen. Even miracles occur. And we tend to be moving at such a rapid speed through our lives that we can pass those moments of miraculous, magical occurrence and forget that those hidden treasures are there in our lives. There to inspire us, there to prove to us that there's more than we thought there was. There to demonstrate that the divine source, the magic of all creation, exists within us. So have you ever had that happen where something incredible occurs and then your attention is just pulled away and you have to deal with something else? Maybe there's a crying child, or you've got to attend to some other drama from work or life. And you forget that that moment occurred, that extraordinary break in the sameness of routine and the unexpected occurred without you even really knowing that it did, or that it might, or that it could, or that it could happen again. So I think today I just wanted to talk about those hidden treasures. I wanted to talk about the way that knowledge is hidden within us. You know, there's a lot made out of being intuitive, feeling and sensing, being psychic, knowing this, knowing that. But we all have the insight and the capacity to pull knowledge from deep in ourselves. There's a reservoir in you. And I know you've probably felt it. You've probably felt that moment when it's like almost a lid comes off or a door opens and you have a glimpse into some understanding, some awareness that you didn't have before. Those moments, those treasured moments, are truly consequential in our lives. Because in a moment like that, we can absolutely turn and go down a different road. They're like signposts that come along. And we are often so full of our schedule and our commitments and our need to fulfill this, that, and another responsibility that we miss the amazing signpost that pops up and says, "What about this?" You probably have had that happen, where you've had this insight, this awareness, this aha moment, and it shifts this internal dynamic that you have. It shifts, kind of an orientation of how you're approaching things. But don't we forget those things often? Don't we kind of move past them and leave them somewhere in the dust of our lives? Hidden in the back corner of the closet of our lives. And we forget that we had insight. We forget that we had an aha. We forget that the signpost was there, and we ignore it. We ignore it at our peril. I want to really bring that home, because it's when we ignore those moments that we are ignoring the voice of the divine. We are literally ignoring God talking. In that moment, you got to hear something bigger than your ego, than your need to fulfill yourself, than your commitments to your family or your job or the work or the ethic of it all. It's bigger than that. It's a doorway. It's an opening into the unknown, into the unseen, into the mystery. So treasure those moments Those hidden treasures are extraordinary, and they really need to be saved up and held close to your heart. Because without those treasures, we forget even why we're here. Often people are talking to me about, my purpose. I wish I knew what my purpose was. I'm floundering. I don't know why I'm here. And my first question to people who are struggling with that kind of thing is, do you have a spiritual practice? And so often people who don't have a sense of why they're here are people who also don't have a spiritual practice. They don't have any moment in the day when they stop and listen. Because what we're listening for is not some knowledge or some information from our ego. We're actually listening for the voice of God. That's what we're listening for. We're listening for the divine light to shine within us and to speak to us, to give us direction, to point us in the way of the truth and the way of light. We are able to hear that. Human beings can hear the angels talking. We can hear the divine light singing. We can hear all of the information that we need, and we can see it, and we can taste it, and we can touch it, and we can sense it and know it. That's insight. So you and I really have a responsibility to remember that when a hidden treasure presents itself to you, that's the moment when you need to stop what you're doing, take a deep breath, and say, yes, I will listen. I'll listen to the hidden treasure and listen as it unfolds within me, taking me deeper and deeper into my own truth and into my own purposeful movement in the world and my own understanding of the beauty of light. Thank you so much for joining me. I've loved spending time with you. Please don't forget to leave a review. Visit us at yoursacredanatomy.com.